Hello everybody, this is AG here, and welcome to Fountain, Colorado and the Pikes Peak International Raceway as we are here for the 12th race of the season in the 2023 Haas IndyCar Series. This is the Colorado 100K. You got 63 laps of action around this mile-long racetrack just outside of Denver, and we are excited to see who's going to get it done here today. Our second straight oval race, the last one we had a couple weeks ago at Chicagoland. We had ourselves the closest finish of the season. Will we see that here today? We might. It's a wild place, and we're going to see a wild start to this race. These guys have been going 3 wide, maybe even 4 wide in some instances. But last year, even with all that, this race went caution-free. I'm joined alongside Nathan Stapleton for the call of this evening's event. And Nathan, we're going to see some wild things at the beginning of this race, and we could see a caution. But if we do end up getting out of that, have a long green flag run, what do you need to do to get to race victory here at the Pikes Peak International Raceway?
Well, Pikes Peak is a combination of multiple racetracks. It's like a mini auto club, but a lot less banking, essentially. And fully technical cars, they go really, really fast here. And like you said, they tend to go 3 wide here, sometimes 4 wide. That could cause some issues, but if this race stays going, it will come down to pit strategy. But I believe we will have pit stops here today, and could be a factor. And it's going to be a wild one for sure. Always is at Pikes Peak.
Yeah, and of course that fuel window going to be right there past halfway if we go caution-free the whole way. About a 33 to 35 lap fuel run here for these guys here at Pikes Peak in a 63 lap event. So just right there at halfway is where these guys have to watch out for. But like I mentioned, this race last year ended up going caution-free when this very car that is starting on the pole position here today went to victory lane with Brian Rodriguez. Of course, the 13 now driven by Avery Alford. But the downside for Alford, he's way down in the points. It is still Luna Lona in the championship lead with 5 races left to go. We only have 5 races left, including this one here in the Haas IndyCar Series. Chris Reynolds, a 3-time winner this season, is 33 points behind. Aaron Abel is 37 points behind. And Jay Knapp, as you see right there at the way corner of your screen, barely, he starts there in the 7th position, 51 points behind the championship lead. Logan Williams, who was second in our last race at Chicagoland, he's 55 points behind. Brad Stover is 66 behind. And our last winner, Nicholas Samedeo, 72 points behind coming into today's event. It's anybody's game, of course, with equal ratings here in the Haas IndyCar Series. Any of these 26 drivers can win. Of course, when we went to Chicagoland a couple weeks ago, Nicholas Samedeo won that event from starting in the 26th position. I don't think we're going to quite see that here today, but hey, it's going to get wild and anything is possible. Avery Alford is on the pole, like I mentioned, alongside Thomas Troxell. There in row number 1, Landon Smith Jr. to the inside of Bradley Bradshaw. We got Caleb Rose still going for his first career win as a driver. He's got 9 wins as an owner. Looking to get another one here as a driver. Finally, Christian Master there alongside him. There you got Jay Knapp and Justin Zeidel. You mentioned this race track being a bit of a mini auto club. Well, Zeidel went to victory lane at Auto Club earlier this season. Roy Rubbleton and our points leader there of Luna Lona there make up the top 10 starting positions. We'll go ahead and get these guys to roll off here. Avery Alford and Thomas Troxell on the front row. Nathan, this is the first time outside of the Indy 250 practice that we had that you've been in the booth for an IndyCar race, but I know you've been keeping up with it a little bit. Neither of your drivers have gone to victory lane yet this season. You think one of them might have an opportunity, or will it be somebody else going to victory lane here in the Colorado 100K?
Well, it's been an interesting season for sure, especially when it's racing fairly consistent with both drivers. Might have a shot with both of them, but I'm gonna say that number 3 machine of the Freightliner machine gonna get the job done of Caleb Rose finally gonna get the win as a driver here in the IndyCar Series.
Well, that's probably the 3rd or 4th time he's been picked, and he's yet to go to victory lane yet this year, so that probably means Caleb Rose isn't going to win here today. But hey, we're going to see who gets it done. 63 laps here. We're in Colorado. It's a good racetrack here today, and we're going to have some fun. And right at the start of the race, Landon Smith Jr. goes 3 wide to the inside.
How about some 4 wide?
Caleb Rose gonna back out of that. And then you got Bradley Bradshaw in the middle. Lap number 1 is going to be led by Landon Smith Jr. barely over Avery Alford. But a very intense start, and this is exactly what I was talking about at the start of the program. We could see a lot of these guys going 3 wide and all that, and we could end up with a wreck early on here if they are not careful. They're 3 wide right here. Roy Rippleton to the inside of Caleb Rose and Thomas Troxel starting the single file out ahead of them. And then you got Aaron Abel trying to move his way on the inside in the 97 machine. Got more 3 wide back in here. Jay Knapp falling back. As for the race lead, that is Avery Alford to the inside for the top position on Landon Smith Jr.
I have to make the passes early and often here in the Colorado 100K. As later on the race goes, it might be hard to pass as the field gets more spread out. If this thing stays green, still a little bit of 3 wide action in the middle and the back of the field. But Alfred loves the way he sees that front clean air here at Pikes Peak.
And we'll have to see if Alfred can hold on to it. Christian Master there right behind him. Master almost won at Lime Rock earlier this season, and here he goes. He was peeking to the inside of Alfred there for the race lead. Couldn't quite get it. How about Roy Rippleton? You know, Rippleton had a great run at Richmond earlier this season, and if there's any other track on the schedule that fits this one, it's Richmond. Of course, these two racetracks fit very similarly to each other. Rippleton did fell off at the end of that race, but still a good run for him here today. He's worked through the field very well as Christian Master peeks to the inside, and we got ourselves our 3rd different race leader in only 5 laps here at Pikes Peak. Rippleton to the inside of Bradshaw there for the 2nd position. Landon Smith Jr. there in 5th, and it's Angel Olvera moving his way up on the inside. You got Caleb Rose there, his teammate, has more 3 wide, almost 3 wide there. As Vargas was on the outside there of John Anders and Thomas Troxel. Troxel falling back a little bit there in the 42 machine. All these guys trying to settle through here as they're starting to settle through just a little bit, and they're starting to spread out here just a little bit here on lap number 7.
You mentioned Richmond. I mentioned Auto Club. That's basically what this track is. A combination of Richmond and Auto Club. And right now, I bet Master loves the way he seems starting to pull away from the field now, and contact a bumper 1 short track style. Don't know how that's going to look in the IndyCar, but it might work out right here for the number 34.
Chris Bradshaw there, the good run to the inside of Roy Rippleton as Vargas makes a move on Aaron Abel and Landon Smith Jr. Chris Landon Smith Jr. led the first lap. His teammate at Killen Racing Enterprises, a Christian Master, currently leading the field now. And how about Angel Olvera? Great run for him. Olvera's 24th in the point standings here. Coming into this race, it's not been a good season for him at all, but the Trackhouse guys running fairly well. They're both inside the top 6 right now as Caleb Rose hangs on to that position. Battle here. Vargas also on the up and up in the 73. He's to the inside of John Andrews. You got Aaron Abel inside the top 10 there, and Logan Williams, who he led a majority of that Chicagoland event, and then right at the end, Nicholas Samadeo took the race lead away from him. Speaking of Samadeo, not a good run for him in this race, kind of a little bit deeper in the field. He's 20th right now in that 5 machine. Not exactly the best place to be here on a short track. You know, this is a legal short track for these guys here in the Haas IndyCar Series, and once these guys get spread out, it's going to be hard to work their way from the back to the front. But Angel Olvera has been doing an excellent job. He's now up to 2nd in the 1 machine.
Might have to watch out for Angel Olvera in this number 1 machine at the 2nd. But does he have anything for the number 55 for Christian Master? Once he took the lead, he's had about a half of a second gap from 2nd place on bat. Can Olvera be the one to close in to that race lead?
Roy Rippleton also hanging tough here, and then you got Caleb Rose looking here on Bradley Bradshaw. That is for the 5th position. And now this guy's kind of settling down. We're going to have to see how it ends up shaking out and where these guys will be in relation to each other once the cycle of pit stops begin. Now that'll be right around lap 33. That's where it happened last year, and if this race remains green, that's where it'll be this year. Jay Knapp, he started 7th, and he really fell back in that 98 machine. And Trey Smith won at Richmond earlier this season, and right now he's in the last position there in the 79 machine for Otter Island Motorsports. Not a good run for last year's runner-up in the championship. Of course, this race was the only race won by last year's champion of Brian Rodriguez. This was the race where the championship definitely turned over. And speaking of which, Luna Lona, kind of midway through the field, and not the best place to be. Of course, get a lot more positions if you're top 5 than if you do if you're 6th through 10th. Of course, it's a weighted point system, so the farther up you go, the more of a points gap you have to the guy behind you and ahead of you. So Luna Lona, the further she falls back, the fewer points she's going to get in comparison to those she's racing with. And right now, she's definitely in the teens in terms of the amount of points she is going to receive. Especially if she's running 16th right there. That is 10 points, I do believe, for that position, compared to 50 points you get for the race victory. So it's a good thing that Christian Master is not directly behind her in the point standings, but definitely not a good run right now for Luna Lona here at Pikes Peak, and could definitely turn this championship over. I mean, we saw that happen in the Cup Series on Saturday. Well, we see it here today. Luna Lona possibly giving up a majority of her points lead here at Pikes Peak, but I don't think any of these guys up front here really have that much of an opportunity at the title. You got Christian Master 15th in points, Roy Ribbleton 19th. I mentioned the one machine there of Angel Oliveira's 24th, and Caleb Rose is 16th in the point standings. And these guys, you know, if they get a couple of wins in a row, they might have a shot at the title, but these guys are just going for the checkered flag, and Oliveira's going for it right there to the IMSAT of Christian Master here on lap 18.
Oh boy. Oliveira might have a long one car, slowly wheeled and master, and now on lap 18, lap 19, Oliveira's going to try to take the race lead and might have to watch out for the 33 of Rippleton and Rose here, and they might get involved in this fight and make it a four-way fight for the top spot.
Master right back on the inside, Ribbleton there in 3rd, and Caleb Rose in 4th, and they're all on each other right here. And I mean all on each other. They're run really close to each other here at the Pikes Peak International Raceway, and they got to be careful not to get into each other. But thankfully, it's been a clean race so far. We got through the start of the race cleanly, and that is the good thing, because that's when you get that 3-wide, 4-wide action, and we got through it cleanly. So we may end up with another caution-free race here at the Pikes Peak International Raceway. Here comes Fitzwater on John Stewart. Zachary Fitzwater's had a dismal season. Dead last in points, 26th. Only 111 total points on the season. Keep in mind, you get 51 at least for winning the race, so not at all a good season for Zachary Fitzwater, either here or in the Wawa Cup Series, but hopefully he'll turn that around here at some point. The good thing about this series, with there being no ratings, he could go ahead, turn it around next week, or next time out, I should say 2 weeks from now in Michigan, and go on to win that race. We'll just have to see if that ends up happening. Well, you can see Christian Master ended up winning this race, but all these guys are running on each other here. They're not pulling away, even though they are single file for the most part. Got Roy Ribbleton there going for 2nd on Oliveira, and then you got Caleb Rose there. Bradshaw looking on Avery Alford for the 5th position. Aaron Abel, John Andrews, Christian Vargas, and Logan Williams, the top 10.
Might have to watch out up front, because Oliveira, he was lean. Master got by. Now, Oliveira, does he have another strong charge to catch up to him? Or did he wear out his stuff, trying to take the race lead, and Master took advantage of it? Have to wait and see. Might have to watch out for Rippleton, though. Not quite to the inside of the number 1, but that 33 definitely wants to take that 2nd place spot.
Because I know Frank Chilton would absolutely love another race victory for his team, and there's those guys over there at Dutch Atlantis Racing Team got the race victory. Or no, they haven't got a race victory. I'm getting them confused with DM Motorsports. My sincere apologies, but I know Frank Chilton would love to get a race victory. They have not gone the victory lane yet this season with either Ribbleton or Ace Garcia, but a good opportunity for Ribbleton here, especially considering the strong run he had at Richmond. These guys definitely have a good car here on these short ovals. Caleb Rose, Angel Oliveira, the Trackhouse Racing Team, another one that has yet to go to victory lane. Cohen Racing Enterprises has yet to go to victory lane this season. Same with American Motorsports. And even Wisconsin Speedworks. And its racing hasn't gone to victory lane. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to think here. I don't think any of the teams... here's Cole Raymond, though. Nathan Orman Motorsports has gone to victory lane with Cole Raymond. None of the top 9 drivers have gone to victory lane yet this season. Not only for their driver, but their teams as a whole. So we could very well see a first-time winner in 2023 here in this race, the way things are going, considering who's up front. Master still leading. Here comes Abel on Alfred. Got the run to the inside there of the 13. That is for the 6th position. And here comes John Andrews. Might have a run there to the inside of the 13 as well, but not going to be able to get it. The tire wear, absolutely a significant thing here at Pikes Peak, and we're definitely seeing that come into effect right now. And that's why these guys are having some difficulty making some passes here on this mile-long racetrack.
And you mentioned tire wear. Well, I'm going to mention pit stops. We are potentially 4 or 5 laps away from pit stops. Only on lap 29. Could see them happen on lap 33 to lap 35. They're very, very close to pit stops, and that could really determine who wins this thing on who gets a bad pit stop, who gets a good pit stop, and who makes a mistake and who does not.
First pit lane is going to be very busy here shortly. Lap 33. When that window opens for these drivers, and we're going to have to see if there are any mistakes in the pit lane. We've seen a lot of that in the Wawa Cup Series as of late. We'll have to see if these Haas IndyCar Series drivers can be clean on the pit lane here for the one stop of the day. Here comes Caleb Rose for 3rd on Roy Ribbleton. Looks like he's going to try to take it away. And the number 3 machine, Caleb Rose, in a great position to possibly get his first career win on the channel. Everyone around him has, well, except for Bradley Bradshaw. Bradley Bradshaw's never gone the victory lane before. But this is his first run behind the wheel. Development driver there, Derek Gamble. But Roy Ribbleton's won some races in the Sprint Series. Olvera's won in the IndyCar Series a couple times. And, of course, Christian Master, multi-time winner on the channel, has been racing since the first ever race run on the channel over 8 years ago. So great to see Master have a good run here today. And we'll have to see if he ends up getting this race victory, as he has led the most laps so far in this Colorado 100K. Did anybody come down the pit lane this time? I don't think... Oh, Aaron Abel did. Your driver right there. Of course, we're at halfway now, so these guys will be able to make it. Not going to see the issue that we saw at New Hampshire in the Cup Series last Saturday, but here comes Aaron Abel looking to possibly get a bit of strategy to go his way here. I'd imagine these guys are going to take tires. Right behind him, Christian Master, and going to lead that field down. John Andrews going to stay out and lead a lap right there. That's going to be a bonus point for Andrews. But he's going to absolutely have to come down this time. And look at the way they come down the pit lane. Pretty much evenly on each other coming down the pit lane right here. It's almost like we're under caution. Very unique way of coming down the pit lane there, considering that this is a green flag pit stop. They're all on each other. Contact right there between Alfred and Bradley Bradshaw. And you see Avery Alfred's pit stall right there around the corner. Going to focus, though, with Christian Master. Going to be a 4-tire stop for all these guys, considering the tire wear we get here. Master going to get out here, just ahead of Angel Oliveira. And we'll have to see where Aaron Abel ends up sliding in here. You see him there, entering turn number 1. It's a very, very short access road in comparison to the racetrack right there. I know you're loving this. Aaron Abel, another driver who's never gone the victory lane as a driver. Now up to the 3rd position after that cycle, but Master holds on to it. And now all he's got to do is make no mistakes, and he might get this race victory.
Well, here's the thing with Aaron Abel. He pitted, he was the first one that pitted on lap 33. Everyone else pitted on lap 34. And then I believe Andrews was the last one that pitted on lap 35. So, will that one lap really play into a factor for Abel? Just have to wait and see. But Abel for this racing has been really fast all year. Not on the win yet, up to 2nd now. But we might have a duel here between Abel and Master. Master definitely fastest car of the day, but now with clean air, let's see what Abel has up in store for Master.
And of course, another thing to point out, where is Luna Lona after all that? Oh, she's still deep in the field there, right at 16th. So if Aaron Abel wins this race and Luna Lona does not advance any further from that 16th position, we could see Aaron Abel take the points lead heading in the Michigan 2 weeks from now. That would be huge for Aaron Abel and his opportunity at possibly winning this title here in the Haas IndyCar Series. It's been a great season for these guys, even though they've yet to go to victory lane. Both of your drivers have done an excellent job. Jay Knapp in the 98. A little bit more of a struggle here after starting in the 7th position. He's actually all the way. He's the last car on the racetrack, isn't he? Yep. All the way in 26th. They definitely did not get the setup right on that car today. as he's 14 seconds off the race leader. But everyone's still on the lead lap. We might have a lead change here shortly as Aaron Abel looking to the inside here on lap 39, and he's going to take it away from Christian Master. Or at least attempt to do so.
Master, Abel, Olvera, the top three all underneath a blanket with each other here. Master trying to hang tough on the outside lane, but Abel's going to get nearly a number 97. But can Master do a crossover here off of turn number 4? He's gonna not quite get there. Abel is officially gonna be the new race leader with 23 laps to go.
Like I said, going for his first career win on the channel. Owner or driver. He's never won as an owner before either, so this would be a huge race victory for Aaron Abel if he can pull it off. Caleb Rose back in there looking to do the same as well in the 3 machine. He's got to run to the inside of the 33 of Roy Ribbleton. These guys are 2 seconds off the race lead right now, so it's going to take quite a bit for them to close back in, especially considering that everyone came down for the most part on the same lap. That might be Abel's advantage right now, but I have a feeling that once we get to the end of this run, it's just going to be enough of a difference for Master and Olvera. Christian Master trying to peek back down to the inside. No door opening for him yet, and Abel remains out front with 21 laps to go here in the Colorado 100K.
One thing I want to mention about Caleb Rose, whenever I make a prediction, it's either good luck or bad luck. Luckily for Rose, it is good luck for him to get to a top 5 one. The last is getting past. He was 4th, now he's going to be in 5th, but still a nice one. Not going to be a win unless we get a caution here in the last 1 lap, but still a solid one from that number 3 machine.
And of course, Caleb Rose 16th in the championship standings. Roy Ribbleton also deep in the championship standings. And the only guy who's running up front in this top 5 who is up there in the points is Aaron Abel, and he is leading, and absolutely right now, I would say... Luna Luna is in the 11-point position right there. Actually, you know, she's in the 12-point position right there. And 51, so that, oh boy, wow, that is a difference of 39. That'd be a 2-point lead if my math does serve me correctly as they currently run right now. And with 4 races left to go, it could be between Aaron Abel and Luna Luna for this title. And I think we saved 4 of the best races for last. We got Michigan coming up. That gave us the closest finish of the year last year on the channel. The duel at the Glen, the best road course that we got on the schedule, and then the finale at Pocono, a high-flying action there in the Tricky Triangle. Hey, we're going to be there in the Sprint Series on Wednesday and the Cup Series on Saturday, so excited for that one. But these guys will be there at the end of August for the Haas World Championship 200K. And who knows, Aaron Abel may be in the position there in just about 6 weeks to win this title. Here comes Olvera to the inside. And he was looking, but there was no room there. And Master fading just a little bit in the 55 as Angel Olvera looking to get his 3rd career win in the Haas IndyCar Series. Both of his wins in this series have come at Lime Rock Park. Looking for his first ever oval win as the yellow is out. Jay Knapp and Christian Vargas. And that changes everything. Thankfully, they teleport before the leaders come around, but our first caution of the day here in the Colorado 100K. Aaron Abel will win the race back to the line. And they're going to catch the pace car here. And we're going to have to see if anyone comes down the pit lane. Now, here's the thing. If you come down for tires now, I feel like you're going to whiz right by everybody. We'll have to see if anybody does that. It is good to go on fuel from here to the finish for all these drivers, but will they want to take some fresh Firestones? No one coming down here. Pit lane is open, and I think they're just going to go after it. So Aaron Abel out front in the 97. Nobody coming down as far as I can tell, probably with the exception of the 2 drivers who got caught up in that accident. Wondering if there was a mechanical issue between Jay Knapp and Christian Vargas right there. We're going to have to check that out and see. This is going to get interesting. Aaron Abel is going to have to hold these guys off now, and this could be a good opportunity for some of the guys in the back right there. Maybe not in the back all the way, but guys like John Andrews sitting back there. Cole Raymond could get his 3rd win of the season there. You see him. Avery Alfred still in this. Noah Clifton in the top 10. We'll have to see how it ends up going between all those drivers, but let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out the caution here. the Pikes Peak International Raceway, and then we're going to be restarting. Just about 10 laps to go here in the Colorado 100K. Right there. Christian Vargas blew up across the line. And I think under normal circumstances, he would have gotten back around. He should have cut down to the apron right there, and he didn't. And then Jay Knapp, who was already running in the last position at the time, he's going to come through here, I think, as Vargas tries to peek down. It was close with Chris Reynolds, and Jay Knapp just right into the back of the 73. Wow. It's a violent hit. And these guys here, our race leaders, had to maneuver through that. Thankfully, they were able to do so without any contact. Yikes. Thankfully, that was not a real-life accident. Thankfully, everyone is okay. It's just a video game, and no one is actually hurt. J-Nap isn't even real. Let's go ahead and replay that once more, then get to the restart here at Pikes Peak.
Here we go off of turn number 2. Kaboom. For half a lap at this point. And Vargas trying getting down to the inside. Very close right there, and unfortunately cannot cut too close again, and major hit into the rear wing for Vargas, and then he hits the outside wall for a second hit. So tough way for Vargas, blowing up an engine and then being hit by the 98 and into the outside wall. Tough wait for Knapp. But let's get back to the restart here and see if his teammate Unable can have a shot at this race victory.
And it is going to be 11 laps to go when we restart. We'll have to see if Aaron Abel can hold him off and get the race victory here at Pikes Peak. Let's get to it here in the Colorado 100K. Back here at the Pikes Peak International Raceway after a caution right there between Jay Knapp and Christian Vargas. I don't know if Jay Knapp's teammate Aaron Abel really wanted to see that. It's going to be 11 laps to go here when we restart. And Aaron Abel leads this field with Angel Olvera, Christian Master, Roy Ribbleton, and Caleb Rose there rounding out the top 5 here on the restart. And it really is anyone's race at this point, considering that they're all on each other. They're all essentially on the same set of tires. Fuel will not be an issue. I promise you that, after what we saw in the Cup race in New Hampshire on Saturday. I promise you, these guys will be able to make it to the end of the race. Here we go, 11 laps to go. Aaron Abel going to lead us back. Let's see who gets it done here at Pikes Peak. Well, good jump there, coming to the line. Bit of a jam-up, actually. I think John Anders had to get out of line there. He would have run into Cole Raymond, but he's on the outside, and Clifton going 3 wide for position. We may see another wreck here if they're not careful, because all these guys bunch right back up. They're going to be racing very aggressively here. Try to get up front here with 10 laps to go.
With the way that the start of the race happened, when they were double file, and then that caused them to go 3 and 4 wide, and now with with the first restart of the day, I would not be surprised if we have a quick caution here. Some more 3 wide that are still back here with no Clifton among others. But less 2 laps to go. You have to go for it now if you want to get a top 10 and get all the points you can get. And want to move from Clifton 3 wide and then up inside the top 7, I believe now.
That's going to be for the 6th position. So you are still right. He is inside the top 7. Up to 6 right there for Noah Clifton. Cole Raymond now in the 5th position as Eric Drew looking 3 wide, not going to get it. As John Ears closes the door on him right there. And Aaron Abel still holding these guys off here. And how short of a track this is and how fast they get around here. There's not much time left for the rest of the field as Caleb Rose is really falling back now. I don't know. That commentator's curse might still be real here for Caleb Rose. He's starting to lose a lot of ground, getting stuck on that outside as everybody's kind of single file behind him. Master looking on Olvera. Master wants to have the opportunity at Aaron Abel for this race victory, but just can't quite get around him. And with the tire wear the way it is here near the end of this race, it's difficult to make any moves, but we'll have to see if anyone can do it.
Tell you what, I think that caution really hurt Caleb Rose. Before that, he was top 5, and he just keeps on dropping like a rock. And I'm so sorry, Caleb Rose. Normally, I don't jinx people, but I did this time, so I'm very sorry. But anyway, top 3, I think, are the best 3 cars of the day, and actually the top 4 are the best 4 of the day, and Clifton inside the top 5 out of nowhere. but we are getting down to crunch time, and not a lot of time left to go for April Olvera master the top 3.
And I would watch out for this guy, John Andrews there in the 21. He came down later than anybody else, so his tires are going to be better than anybody else's right now, and that could give him a little bit of an advantage. The only downside is it's going to be 4 laps to go next time by, more 3 wide, and Luna Lona taking advantage of this. She's definitely moving her way through the field right now. Top 10 right now. She's going to get 2 for 1 right there up to the 8th position. So that caution really helped out Luna Lona. As for the race lead, Angel Olvera to the inside of Aaron Abel. Really working out for Luna Lona right now. But Abel going to try to hold this outside lane. And next time by, it's 3 to go. And Abel going to be able to hold the outside and clear the 1 in the turn number 3.
Oh boy, that caution is not what Abel wanted, not what Rose wanted. And now, here comes Rippleton going to go side by side for 3rd here. This is exactly what Olvera and Abel wants, but now, for the last 2.5 laps, it might come down to these top 2.
This could be a very close finish if Olvera can actually get a run here in these last couple laps. 2 laps to go here at Pikes Peak for Aaron Abel in the 97. Will he get his first career win on the channel here today? Or will it be somebody else? Roy Ribbleton up to 3rd. Noah Clifton there to the inside of Master. Master falling back now. I think it's between Abel and Olvera. Oh, but Master crossed back over. Good move there. We'll have to see. Olvera's going to have one more chance. White flag here in the Colorado 100K for Aaron Abel and NS Racing. Will Nathan Stapleton, who's alongside me right now, get his first win as an owner this season in the Haas IndyCar Series. Olvera trying to close in. He's going to have to dive it in now if he's going to have any opportunity. Oh, he's going to have a shot. It's going to be close, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Aaron Abel, first career win on the channel. He gets it done in the Colorado 100K. And he led every lap after that restart as well to get it done. How about that?
I will say this, if this was 65 laps instead of 63, I think Olvera would have had something. Olvera got a great one out of the turn, number 4. Almost got to the inside, couldn't quite get there. It was able to hold off Olvera, but a couple more laps could have been a totally different story.
Wow, Aaron Abel finally going the victory lane, and he is going to close in on Luna Lona in this championship. And it's going to get tight in these last 4 races in Michigan, Watkins Glen twice, and then Pocono. Good win there, though, for Aaron Abel, and he absolutely deserved that. They played the strategy to their favor. I think that caution actually helped those guys out a little bit, and he was able to hold them all off those last 11 laps. And Aaron Abel gets it over Angel Olvera, but Luna Lona did use that to her advantage. She's going to bounce up to 8th in the or not 8th in the standings, but 8th in the finishing results, as you see right there. And, she's going to salvage a little bit there, and she'll still be the points leader going into the Michigan 100, but that's a big wild card race because anything can happen there. And like I said, we had our closest finish of the year last year when Chris Reynolds beat out Elijah Gordon. But final thoughts on that race, and hey, a big win for you guys there at NS Racing.
What a race. Very interesting one for sure. I believe that this was the first time me ever calling a race here at Pikes Peak, but definitely put on a show. Unique racetrack, saw some good 3-wide racing, some great racing though, like a lot better than what I thought it would be with it being just a unique racetrack, but finally getting a win with Abel. He's been close all year here in the Haas IndyCar Series, and finally glad to have him win. Maybe this is what we needed all year, just me calling a IndyCar race to finally break the curse, but great one from Abel, great one from Olvera, Littleton, Master, and John Andrews. Abel did the undercut, worked out for him, and then Andrews did the overcut. That late race restart helped him, managed to get a top 5, and great one for him. And final 4 races of this season can be fairly tight between Abel and Lona.
The Michigan 100 going to be August 1st. Looking forward to that race. Looking forward to all the races at Michigan. That's going to be a great track there. It's interesting you mentioned, just to be in the booth and your driver wins. Well, when you were in the booth with me for the Indy 250 practice, I think Aaron Abel was quickest in that session. So I think Aaron's going to want you to be in the booth for the rest of the season. We'll try to get Micah back for you guys. Hopefully we can do that here for one of the next 4 races, and especially the finale at Pocono. But it's going to be an interesting season here, especially with Aaron Abel and Luna Lona going after it, and now that both drivers have wins. It's going to get interesting, especially if there's a tiebreaker, because that tiebreaker goes down the average finishing position. And here in the Haas IndyCar Series, the way the points system is, you know, where you are in the points does not necessarily line up to average finishing position. So it's going to get interesting. That's all I got to say. But excited to see what happens in Michigan 2 weeks from now. And that'll be Tuesday, August 1st, right here on AG to the channel. And hopefully we'll do single car qualifying for that race on July 31st, the day before that. But you'll have a good one. We'll see you guys this coming week from the Pocono Raceway. Wawa Cup Series, hers forever good 400 from the Pocono Raceway, race 24 of the season. Got a lot tighter in the championship after New Hampshire. We'll have to see if it stays that way, exiting the 4th race of the chase. Congratulations to Aaron Abel for getting the race victory here at the Pikes Peak International Raceway. And here are the point standings for the Haas IndyCar Series after 12 races. Only 4 races remain until we crown a champion. On behalf of Nathan Stapleton, thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I will see you guys later.